Did your 2020 goals not exactly go according to plan? You're not alone. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the method that I use to keep up with and actually meet and achieve most of my 2020 goals, despite there being a global pandemic. And we're going to talk about how to set yourself up to achieve what you want in 2021. Today's video is brought to you by Skillshare. By the way, and yes, it is mid-November, and yes, you should already be thinking about your 2021 goals and beyond, mostly because I believe you should noodle on it. Goals should not be made on December 31st in a mad dash for New Year's Eve. Also, starting now is a really good time to kind of get a jump on things and set yourself up for success in the new year. By the way, I am Sarah, also known as Budget Girl here on the internets. And if you want to learn more about how to master your money in the new year, live the life of your dreams on any income, and to develop multiple streams of income, go ahead and subscribe. That's what we do here every single week. So here's some truth. Almost every single year of my entire life, I would make this huge list of goals for the upcoming year. They would be SMART, the acronym, not just intelligent, and they would be comprehensive, and they would have multiple categories, and I would lose that list by March every single time. There would be like a vague feeling of guilt at the back of my head because I knew it was somewhere and I knew I wasn't keeping up with them, but yeah, I knew that sucker was dead. However, this past year, I finally figured out a way to keep those goals front of mind. And I do mean literally, if it's not in front of my face on a regular basis, I'm gonna forget it. So last year around this time, I actually created a digital vision board that I saved as my desktop background, as my computer at work background, and as my phone background, as a way to actually keep the things that I was working towards at the front of my mind, because I had to look at those things where this sheet of my goals was every single day, multiple times a day. And it freaking worked. It was pretty because I designed it myself. It was to my aesthetics, and it was a hell of a lot better than those like magazine cutout vision boards that we all did at one point in time. Yeah, no. Much a step above. Using this method, I met over half of the goals that I set for 2020, and that was in the middle of a pandemic. Now, a note to say that I was actually able to keep my job this year, which is a whole lot luckier than a lot of people. I was extremely lucky to be in that privileged of a position. That said, this year was tough on all of us. And if you didn't meet your goals that you had set before the world changed, I want to give you permission and encourage you to give yourself the most grace ever. No one could have anticipated any of this. And beating ourselves up over things that we didn't do is incredibly counterproductive. Please love yourself. Be proud of yourself that you got through this year. We're close, but we're gonna make it. And have hope and be encouraged to make new goals for better days ahead. Because hope and working towards something is really important. So here is my vision board. I actually made it in Canva, which is a free software online that you can make all of this gorgeous stuff in any colors, sizes you want. It's entirely customizable. It's a huge resource for creatives, and I absolutely love it. I actually have an entire tutorial on how I created my vision board that I will link down below that'll walk you through how to do it. So instead of the old normal list, I actually recommend that you create your vision board while you're thinking up the things that you want to do for this upcoming year and beyond. Designing something like this and being able to use little pieces of clip art and pictures is going to help stimulate your imagination and make it a lot more fun to create a list of goals, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. You should also keep a list like on a second page or somewhere just for easy reference, but let the visuals kind of lead the way if you want. So you're going to take some time and really think about the things that you want to do, the things that you want to have accomplished, because this is the starting space for that, and what you want your life to look like. Not just next year, but beyond. What would make you happy? How do you want your ideal life to look? And then what do you need to accomplish to make that a reality? Think about all the areas of your life and feel free to write down as many things as you want. There are no bad ideas in brainstorming. Think of it this way. You probably spend 40 plus hours a week using your brain or time or energy for someone else in exchange for money. Give yourself the luxury of spending at least a few hours using that time, energy, and mental stamina to think about what you want for your life and your future. Here are some categories that you might like to consider when you're thinking up these goals. Career, finances, professional development, relationships and friendships, travel, and health. There are a ton more, but that'll get you started. Make your list and your board and start pulling in elements that are good representatives of these things that you want to achieve. Now, here's where we have to go into scale. For giant goals like buying a house or saving X amount of money, you're going to want to break that down into smaller, more doable goals for the year ahead. If you make your goal too big, you're going to feel overwhelmed and helpless, but breaking it down into years and then years into quarters and maybe even months or even paychecks could make it feel a lot more doable. The things that can't be done in this calendar year can be set off to the side as longer term goals that will help inspire you to keep reaching so that you can get there one day. Now, we've all heard that you need to make your goals SMART. So specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. If you want to look up stuff on that, feel free. We're going to skip it. It's pretty self-explanatory. Instead, I'm going to tell you to be smart about how you're going to go about achieving these goals and to consider your time and energy as resources in how you're going to make that happen. A lot of people tend to think that it's very noble to do everything themselves and to figure everything out by themselves without any help. And I used to do that as well. But I finally figured out that goals can be vastly more achievable, profitable, and fun if you're willing to take some advice from people who have blazed the trail before you. Learning from someone who is successful at what you're trying to do can help you avoid 100 horrible mistakes. Here's where our sponsor, Skillshare, comes in. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people. You can explore new skills, develop existing interests, and get lost in creativity. Skillshare is also chock full of so many experts in so many different fields. They have these highly info-packed classes that are really fun and engaging to watch and can help you learn something that can help you achieve your goals. Want to start a small business in 2021 so that you never have to rely on one stream of income ever again? They have classes for photography, graphic design, web development, animation, marketing, leadership, so much more. You could spend your precious time going down the rabbit hole trying to figure everything out yourself, or you could learn from some experts who have done it before. I have a goal of selling handmade concrete pots in the new year. And one of the things that I needed to learn how to do was to do some really cool product photography for these to make them look as cool as they are. I made some DIY backdrops and tried a bunch of stuff on my own, and it was okay. But then I took Skillshare's DIY product photography class led by Rachel Gulata and Daniel Inskeep, which was just 8 really fun and short and entertaining episodes that totaled out to 35 minutes. Halfway through, I knew what I was doing wrong. It was lighting. It's always lighting. I want you to maximize your efforts in 2021 because time is one thing that we never have enough of. Too many people have researched themselves to death out of what should have been really successful entrepreneurial dreams. So if you want to check out any of the awesome classes that Skillshare offers, I have your back. The first 1,000 people to use the link in my description box will get a free trial of Skillshare's premium membership. And then after that, it's only about $10 a month. So if you need some knowledge to make some of your 2021 goals happen, this is a way for you to get it for free. After you've organized your goals and your vision board and it's gorgeous and you love it, make sure to export it in the sizes of your phone and your computer laptop screen, and you can figure those out just by Googling the model. You could also print out a copy at like a Walgreens or on your home computer and put it in a pretty frame somewhere or hang it up like old school style. Just make sure to put it somewhere where you will see it in your face all the time. and it won't just blend into the room. Clutter blindness is a thing. Next, and I'm adding this year, I encourage you to set calendar reminders to check in on your goals quarterly or monthly, just to make sure that you are staying on track and you can adjust your goals accordingly. Again, a note for mental health. You are the boss of your life and your goals. You set them and you can adjust them as needed without any guilt. Remember that even tiny steps over the years will get you so much further than you think. Also, do not let your self-worth be tied to productivity, achievement, or any arbitrary markers. I speak from experience on this. You are wonderful and worthy, regardless of if you knock every single goal out of the park or if you don't accomplish a single one. Try to find a balance of challenging yourself and giving yourself so much grace. That was actually one of my goals for the past several years now, and I'm pretty proud to say that I am still working at it, but doing okay. Am I still an over-analytical overachiever who acts with personal projects like she's gonna get a grade from a teacher? Yes. Do I also allow myself to not do any small business stuff over a weekend and just binge shameless without any guilt? Also yes. Okay, a little guilt, but I am not perfect. If this method sounds like it might work for you and your brain, I highly encourage you to try it. This is the first year that I've actually kept up with and achieved most of my goals. And I really enjoyed having that vision board as a touchstone to check in with. Well, that's it. Will you be starting on setting your 2021 goals, and will you be using the digital vision board method? I would love for you to tell me below. And will you be utilizing other people's expertise to make your life easier? Thank you to Skillshare for allowing us to learn some new skills. Hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly did, and I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like this video if you like goal setting like me, and to subscribe if you want more encouragement from your internet big sis. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.